I want to ask you, how was the culture at Ferrari? If you want to start into an automobile industry, so how did you figure that out? Was there any mentor or was there any person who really helped you land into that kind of job or switch to a job like that?
It's not about the person who will mentor you to go through your passion. It's only you and yourself. That's about it. You never know what is going to happen next. Just give it a shot.
A lot of adrenaline rush.
Because everybody, I think, has their dream. Like, people used to be scared of me, what he's going to do next.
What has been the takeaways for you?
Already sorted out. When you say the Ferrari, sounds very heavy.
Absolutely.
Start.
Welcome back to one of the most awaited podcasts that we've been waiting, and we have with us Rishav Bakshi, and he has been a student at Mangalam University. Rishav, I welcome you to this podcast. And how are you feeling today about this event?
First of all, thank you so much. I'm actually honored that you have me over here. I'm actually feeling very nostalgic right now. Like the area over here, it's quite changed, but yeah, the memories that I was having in the past, it's quite the same. It still feels like it was just yesterday. I had some great memories over here, and of course, this is something that built me up. So I'm really happy, really glad to be here.
We're happy to have you here as well, Rishabh. So today I'm going to break down some conversation that we wanted to have you for a very long time. We want to understand your experience about you, your journey, how it's been in couple of years in past. So let's just walk into your past and current things that you've been doing right now. So Rishabh, if I want to break down that, who is Rishav Bakshi? If you could tell us.
So I'll just tell you, it's not that complicated, to be honest. Rishav Bakshi is a guy who actually wants to follow the passion, who likes to it's like a go-getter thing for me, who wants to achieve some of the stuffs in the future, maybe by working hard in the present, and somehow the past thing that comes up, which really helps me, getting a gist of the profile and whatever I'm doing right now, somehow it helps me building and growing my future ahead. So I'm actually a very calm guy, a patient guy, very outspoken, to be very honest, as you will be very aware of it after the podcast. So yeah, basically,
it is good to have that. I think that it's one of the good traits to be outspoken and to say things about yourself and to express yourself. It's a good thing to have. So could you talk a little bit about your challenges and failures and the journey throughout that has been for you?
So to be honest, it was hell of a roller coaster ride for me. It was somehow started with the happy moment. Alright, I'm going to the university. I'm gonna go do that, and will excel in the studies as well. But yeah, apparently the challenges come. That is known as examination, and most importantly, to maintain your attendance. So I just have one advice for every student over here: do whatever you want, but do study hard, and obviously keep the track of the attendance as well. Whatever you do, it should be justified. Like, you don't want to study hard that much, you want to be mediocre. There's no harm in being a mediocre, to be very honest. I can tell you a personal, a personal experience for that. I was not that of a scholar. I wasn't that 9 marks a person or 9 and 10 or something like that. I was mediocre.
CGPA,
yeah, I was a mediocre sort of.
So you were not chasing the CGPA or the numbers that most people generally chase after getting admission into an academics field, right?
So what I feel over here, marks doesn't justify what we are as a person, because end of the day, what matters a lot, who are you as a person? No matter you score 10 on 10, no matter you score 9 on 10, people will care, but only during that short tenure of 4 years or maybe 3 years, whatever the degree tenure is. But after that, who remembers you if you haven't achieved anything in life? So let's suppose you scored 5, but you're doing excellent in the world. Maybe you are going through the business, you're earning lakhs, crores of money. People will remember you. And being a scholar, going through a job, I'm not saying that scholar is a drawback. It is a good thing, but there's a two different paths. For me, being a mediocre kid or a student, I would say I chose a totally different path. Like, what I pursued in the college and what I'm doing in the life is a completely different thing. It's a contrast.
Yeah, I can see in your resume and in your profile that you've done a BCA from the university, but I see you leading as a business head in one of the companies currently. So a lot of transition from a degree which is more of skill oriented, you are into handling people, leadership roles, etc., which is probably not taught in your program, right?
Right.
And you have gotten those skills while being here. So could you tell me and could you share some light on it? How did you acquire those kind of skills that that is helping you currently with your job role?
It doesn't start with the college, like the profile that I'm having right now. It starts during the childhood that I was having. So I was very passionate about the cars, whether I was like very indulgent buying the Hot Wheels or maybe the toy cars and whatever the thing I could get in terms of cars. So this is something like I pursued BCA. So later on, just I figured out why not change your knowledge into something that you can put it into career-wise. I'm not saying like I'm very good at, but obviously, if you're very precise with the knowledge about the cars and that is your passion, so I think you should pursue that. Like it's better to follow your dreams rather than just going 9 to 5 for your job and then coming home and then ranting about it. It's better to go somewhere and you're happy about it. I worked there, no matter how long, whether it is 12 hours job or 13 hours job, I'm happy with it because end of the day, I love what I'm doing right now.
So was it like an inner calling for you that you just want to do this and not something in core technical things, rather want to do something more in this area? Was this an inner calling that you had with you like from the childhood, or you got to know about this later on when you started working?
So yeah, as I said, I was a mediocre student during the college. So I don't wanted to be a mediocre in the life as well. I wanted to do something where I excelled. So the best quality that I had was the knowledge about the cars. So I thought that why don't I just go and achieve something which actually helps me. So this is how I ended up with the automobile industry.
Okay. So as I can see a lot of things that has happened in the conversation, as you can probably see that it is more inclined towards automobile industry. So I can tell you that Rishav started working at Byju's. He got placed as a business development manager.
Right.
In the college placement, and after that, since his interest has always been around cars, so he started working at Big Boy Toys, which is also one of my favorite brands when it comes about supercars. And then Ferrari happened to you. So
right.
could you talk about your journey throughout, like from Byju's to Big Boy Toys and then Ferrari, and then now I think Rally Motors is where you're working right now. So could you tell us a little bit about your journey throughout in the couple of years that you have spent?
Definitely. So you might be wondering, like I pursued BCA, how I ended up into sales. So what I believe, sales takes a lot of energy. If you're ready to hustle, then only get into this zone. And I started my career with Byju's because I wanted to learn how sales work. So that was a campus placement for me. And I didn't want to, lose a month or something like that just for the process key. I want that and I should wait for that. I just wanted to have that in my mind. I want to learn how to do sales. Then later on, I found out, alright, Big Boy Toys is having a vacancy and they're looking for someone who's actually keen about cars and actually a car enthusiast. So I just applied for the job and I got a job. Like God's plan. Like people say these days, it's God's plan. So I ended up.
It is definitely God's plan. I can say that.
So I ended up with Big Boy Toys. I had 2.5 years, good 2.5 years over there. I learned a lot about cars, maybe where I was having the knowledge and where I was lacking. So I felt that thing with Big Boy Toys, how to handle.
So you were probably manifesting it, that you want to, even though you have done your BCA degree,
right?
It could be a manifestation that you're landing into something that you really love and you feel passionate about. So Big Boy Toys happened to you, and then you went on to Ferrari. So tell me a little more about why you wanted to land into this industry and how it's connecting with your inner calling and with your childhood.
Okay, so since it is a topic about the childhood, so I might sound foolish over here, but it started from where I used to watch Formula 1. My favorite racer was Michael Schumacher, but I was too young to know that Michael Schumacher only drives Formula 1. People might laugh at it right now, but even though I was watching MotoGP, I used to cheer for Michael. And there was no Michael that time in the MotoGP. It was only Formula 1. So from there it started, and then the games I used to play, the NFS, and
that used to be one of my favorite games.
Right. And that movie came up, Fast and Furious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think that's favorite for every car enthusiast. Like all the numbers that you get about the cars and how does it work, the tuning, the mods of the car, how the specs of the car work. I think each and every car enthusiast can relate with me with this.
Absolutely. So I see that BCA path is much more clearer than to start something in automobile industry. I do not see a proper channelization of path, like how do you start if you want to start into an automobile industry. So how did you figure that out on yourself? Like was there any mentor or was there any person who really helped you land into that kind of job or switch to a job like that?
No, I would say ki, it's not about the person who will mentor you to go through your passion. It's only you and yourself. That's about it. The knowledge is something that you have to gain. You have to work hard for it. Whether you have to draw a chart, like whatever the things are going on, like what are the cars over there, what are the companies, who owns which cars, and what are the models, what are the specs of the car. You have to get precise knowledge of that by watching videos. There are immense number of videos. Like I'm actually lucky that we're in this era. You have YouTube videos. Like you have n number of videos about the cars, like which cars are supposed to be owned right now, and what is the current situation of the car, which cars are getting depreciated, appreciated, and the numbers of the car. So I think that did a wonder to me. I got knowledge from the YouTube videos, and that helped me a lot.
Okay, so it was like learning on your own. I think
Right.
that has played really well for you.
Correct.
So first you were passionate about it, then he went on to doing little more research on yourself, and you finally figured out how you would get into this industry. Okay. As a second, while talking to you, I can feel that you are quite passionate about the automobile industry. So tell me a bit about how Ferrari happened for you.
I got lucky, being very honest, because it's a one of a thing in a lifetime, and it doesn't happen to everyone. So I'm fortunate enough that I got that role. I was fortunate enough that I actually agreed to go from my home native country to another country just to get a hold of that job. So it was a difficult choice. All right, everyone wants to be back at home, having that comfort level back at home. You are somewhere placed, and your comfort level is somewhat. I'm living somewhere for past 6-7 years, and you get comfortable. But yeah, I had that feeling I have to do something great, then I have to go out of the box. So then I got a call from Canada. Like I applied for Ferrari over there, and I got a call. There were some challenges. There were some challenges that I had to face. Like one of the major challenges that I'll tell you. So I went to Ferrari Quebec. The first language over there that is used is French. So they asked me in the interview, like, how do you actually want to counter that? If somebody calls up and speaks in French, how do you counter that? So I had a very good reply. You might all be knowing about that. In India, we speak around more than 30 languages, 30 plus languages we have over here, right? So if somebody is speaking to me in Malayalam, I cannot understand Malayalam. What do? I consult the other person who actually speaks Malayalam. So that is how I told them, alright, if somebody knows French, I'll just forward the call to someone who knows French. I'll communicate with the only clients who are speaking to me in English. Plus, the clientele, the source of clientele over there, if somebody is buying a Ferrari, I don't think they might not know English well. They will, obviously. It's that...
That's a global language.
Like, that's a statement. Ferrari is a statement. So, obviously, they'll use English. So, it was easier that time after the interview. I got a call, agreed with all the terms and conditions, took that decision, alright, I have to fly away from the home and everything. And yeah, that happened. I actually enjoyed the term over there. I spent good couple of years with Ferrari, and plus they also helped me with the racing stuff. So I just forgot to tell you all guys. So I'm also a Formula 3 race car driver. So they also sponsored me for a couple of years over there in Ferrari for the races and everything. So I was very happy and very obliged to be, working with them over there.
So do you want to take this as a career to become a racer or something?
So this is a very interesting question. So basically, I'll be honest, I'm 27 right now. All right. So I think there's a term known as reflex in a body, and after 25, you get to lose that sometimes. Maybe a microsecond, maybe some milliseconds, and that is all about the race. You lose it, and it's gone. So yeah, I've retired from the races and all. This March only I took the retirement, but I had a good career of 8-9 years with the racing and all. And I absolutely loved it. It is a dangerous sport. People say that it is a dangerous sport, but
a lot of adrenaline rush.
A lot of, like, I'll be very honest with you. After every races, I used to lose around 3 to 4 kgs, sometimes 5 during these summer days. So yeah, but it's a part of it. You love it, you do it, no matter what happens next, right? So I think like everyone over here would be thinking that this is a dream they want to achieve. I would say just give it a shot. You never know what is going to happen next. Just give it a shot.
You are quite hard-headed, right? You know what you're doing. You know exactly where you want to land. I'm sure there must be some inspirational people who have really shaped your thought process. I want to know about them. Who has been those people who have given you that kind of conviction that you want to start just out of graduation? You wanted to get into the automobile industry. So it takes a lot of conviction to get there. So who has been those people for you?
So firstly, for that, I would like to thank my parents because I never had that restriction. Ki alright, you're pursuing BCA, you have to do something in the the industry of IT. It was quite different for me back at home. Like they never restricted me. Alright, you want to pursue that, go and pursue that. You want to go and do that, do that. So I would say that I'm lucky to have my parents over there. So because they were the main supporters, they were the main pillars. Whatever you want to do, go achieve whatever you want, whatever you dreamt for. Because everybody, I think, has their dream, right? And to fulfill that, I think they need their parents. Because no matter what, how many friends you get, no matter how many good friends you make, that is but still, your parents are irreplaceable, correct? So I would say ki all the credit goes to the parents. They are actually the true living inspiration for me. Till date, I still get to learn a lot of things from them. Like the first thing, patience, calmness, and obviously many more things to go, but I cannot be going blabbering about them. So we'll continue with the next question.
Okay. So now I want to come back to your childhood, right? I think that you mentioned that your childhood has been in Jharkhand.
Right.
So talk a little bit about that. Like, how has been your childhood? How has been your schooling? Which school have you gone to? Tell us a little bit about those memories that you curated while being in school.
Oh my god, I was very chaotic. I was the most notorious in the home. Like people used to be scared of me, what he's gonna do next. So it is something like all those notorious things, notorious activities, that was all held in like I performed good in examinations. So yeah, I never got scolded. Like getting hit by the parents, that is completely different story because I never got that thing.
You said that you were notorious, right? You were notorious in school and you were all over the place. Right. In the school time.
Right.
So what really changed?
Nothing has changed. Still, I want that limelight. Still, today, I want that attention. Like everybody around me, just look at me. So I don't know whether you call me narcissistic. I'm not, but I might sound like one. But yeah. So I like limelight. Who doesn't like? Like if you are you want to be famous, and if you want to achieve something, you want that limelight to be on you. Right? So for that you have to work hard.
So you want to take on the stage, right?
Right.
There's nothing wrong in doing that, right? This is a beautiful part about being out there and being able to speak for yourself. So I really applaud you on that. So okay, so tell me about your schooling. So I think you've done schooling from JVM.
I graduated from Angels High School. It's in Jharkhand itself. That was standard 10th. I got graduated from JVM Shamli, that was standard 12th. So JVM Shamli is a school, like I share the same school, like MS Dhoni graduated from the same school. So I feel very proud because I'm also a cricket fan. I also played cricket to the state level. I made it up there. Somehow I had the passion as well over there for the cricket as well. But during the career and the passion, you had this, you have this thing, whether I should choose this, whether I should choose this. So I ended up with this. Alright, cricket is something I was good at it, but I wasn't that excellent. So it's better like whether you excel, you go towards that path.
So you found your way, but it was more over towards the side of sports only.
Right.
So from Jharkhand, you landed in Mangalam University.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the journey of how it has shaped for you. Like how did you know about Mangalam? And when you just enter the university, what really made you take a decision of taking an admission here or do a BCA from Mangalam University?
It's quite an easy answer for me, I'll be very honest with you. Because see, I'm a small town guy, and coming from a small town, you always want to achieve something bigger. Why not go to a bigger city? Like it's that simple. So I was just looking for the college or the university where I want to go, where I want to pursue my dreams forward. So just search on the internet, like what's the best, what are the best universities in Delhi NCR. I got a hold of this website, Mangalam, saw the infrastructure, looked good. To get convinced, I had to come over here, and actually the infra was so beautiful that it actually made me, sign up for this. And during the admission also, the process was so smooth for me. So yeah, I ended up in Mangalam, and then after we'll speak about it, it was a very good ride for me.
So do you see your ROI being achieved after you've taken an admission here and your journey of BCA for 3 years has really given you back?
100%. So basically, I'll actually applaud my faculties to bear with me. Again, I told you, I'm a chaotic guy. Like there was not a single day that I had that mischievous mind going on. All right, so I do had that thing what do you say, bother my faculties, whether for attendance, like I told you guys, keep a track on that. Maybe I wasn't a scholar, but yeah, they helped me a lot just because I had that respect and everything for that, the honor that I gave them, I got it back from them, and they helped me a lot, like achieving my dreams and everything. And they were also the part of my, what do you say, the journey of it, and they play a very important role in my life because what am I right now, the way I'm speaking, somehow they are part of it.
So absolutely, it's great that you honored that. A lot of us don't really think about all those things, but I always tell people that you're always the average of 5 people that you be with, and I can see that in you. That if you have this confidence, I must say that the people around you have really cheered you, have really believed in you. It's not that easy to get where you are right now. So again, kudos to the faculties and the people who have shaped you the way you are. So as you said, the turning point was infrastructure and the hospitality. Other than that, what has really clicked while taking an admission here? What have you seen? Like, of course, you have searched online, then you visited here. Why Mangalam University and not any other university? If I'd ask you this.
So basically, there are competitors in the world, right? So what they do right now, everybody has a mindset, they want to sell the product. So in Mangalam, I didn't feel like that's they're selling or they're outselling the things come and we'll give you that. Nothing like a commitment thing, people commit over here or maybe overcommit that there's 100% placement and something like that. So what I would say, Mangalam was very honest about it. It totally depends on the skill set that you actually develop over here, and it is totally about that. Like I would actually criticize those people. I'm not a big of a critic, to be very honest. I'm not at that big of platform. Speaking of myself, I'm not that big to criticize anyone, but still I'll say if you are not good even in studies, not even good at developing the skill set, and then you blame the university that I didn't get the placement, they guaranteed me 100% placement. So my friend, you're mistaken, because 100% placement means that either you have the skill set or you have good marks. Other than that, if you do not achieve any of the paths, then I don't think you should blame the university. So I think the university was very honest about it. You can achieve anything you want.
So Mangalam was quite transparent in terms of making things right for you and telling you that we do take a responsibility of placement, but if the placement responsibility 30% lies with the university, 70% lies with the person, right?
Correct.
Your skill set, things that you have done in past 3 years, what you have become in past 3 years matters the most, I think, right?
Right. All right. And I think the journey from university, it starts from being a boy and ends up being a man. So now it is your choice whether you want to start the journey being a boy and end it like being a boy. It's your thing. It's totally your choice. But the moment you decide, no, I want to start the journey being a boy, I want to end the journey being a man, there's that difference. That's the biggest difference in your life.
Or you can still be a boy and show up as a man, right?
Right, correct.
Both ways, it's possible. Both ways possible. All right. So now I would like to talk about some experience that you're handling currently. Mm-hmm. What kind of teams that you're handling? How do you describe your day to day at Raleigh Motors and your experience as corporate so far?
So I might sound fanatic over here, and I might sound crazy. So I like working 7 days a week, even though it's a 5 day, 6 days program. But still, I want to work it's a passion. I love it. So I work 7 days a week. So I have a team over there. I head sales and procurement over there. So I procure cars also, help my team also with the sales and everything. And I think it's easier for me now. It's getting easier for me day by day, because the team is very supportive to me. Whether I'm there in the office, whether I'm not there in the showroom, I might be in the meeting, but they're very supportive. All right, in my absence, they try to cover up, and it's quite a good journey for me. I love them, they love me, and we have the same, the mutual respect that we carry.
For each other.
Right.
Now I would like to talk about the pre and post Mangalam. So what has really changed in you? So you were mischievous, right? You were very notorious kind of a kid, as you mentioned in our podcast. So what was the transformation from before admission and post the degree?
like I said, starts with being a boy, ends with being a man. So I'll say before joining Mangalam, there was only one mindset: how to be chaotic, how to be mischievous,
How to be fun.
Yeah, how to be fun, how to excite
Take life with no seriousness.
Exactly, how to be very casual about the life. But yeah, I'm still the same. I haven't changed a bit, to be honest. Like, you can ask my faculties over that. But one thing that has changed, like, I've become a bit serious about my life. I'm still casual about it.
You have moderate funs, right?
Right. I still have fun, but still I have that, what do you say, the seriousness in my life. It's high time. I need to achieve something in my life, and for that I have to be serious. Like, every time it's like 24 hours in a day. You cannot be mocking anyone, making fun of anyone, and just having fun. It's good to have fun, but there are odd days to have fun. Rest, just hustle. I think this is a prime age to hustle. And if you waste these couple of years, or maybe 3 years from here and to the down the lane, so I think I'll miss the lifetime opportunity. So what I want to achieve, and something like that, if I mess up right now, it is gonna reflect me during my old age times, and I'll regret that.
So now I want you to take a minute and reflect back from the childhood till now. So what has been the takeaways for you? Like, are you happy when you look back and see, okay, यहाँ से शुरुआत हुई और अब यहाँ है. So do you feel that you have reached a summit, or you are on the right track, or let's say that?
I'm actually glad. So I'm not saying like a graph of a person goes just uphill. You have
ups and downs both.
You have
ups and
both
of that.
Right. You have ups and downs as well.
So does this really works, that the challenges really makes you?
It makes you strong.
It makes you strong.
It builds you strong. So like, I would say, like, throw anything towards me. You have to, like, I follow, there's a rule known as 5x5 rule. So what it suggests, like, see, today is Monday. I might be worried about some of the stuff. Okay, all right, this is stuff going in my mind. How do I do that? How do I counter that? How do I find a solution for that? And then there's Friday, already sorted out for me. So why do we take tension over that? Why do we be stressed over that? Just be cool and calm, and you'll find the solution. Just be happy, just smile it out, and the world's gonna really help you out with the solution for it.
So now we are entering the fun part of the podcast. I want to ask you, how was the culture at Ferrari?
So the culture at Ferrari, when you say the Ferrari, it sounds very heavy.
Absolutely.
But culture was actually opposite to it. I had a very good people over there, like, along with me. They were very supportive. I was new to the country. So I was a lone Indian over there. So initially I had the thought, how is it gonna like end up over there? Like,
would you fit in or not?
Right,
those kind of questions.
Is it gonna be like somebody is gonna be like racist, or might ask me some, that sort of a question, like very Indian questions. So, but it wasn't like that. I actually had fun over there. They were very polite. They were very mannered, groomed, very well spoken, obviously. So yeah, I actually enjoyed the tenure over there. It was very fun for me. Whether it was like speaking to the client, whether it was speaking to my colleagues, it was amazing.
All right. So in all, you had good time spending with Ferrari, right?
I wouldn't say good time. I would say very good time.
It was a great time.
Right.
All right. So tell me about the memories of Mangalam. Your personal memories, what you've made here.
Oof, difficult question. So yeah, it starts with like making friends, like being in the classroom, and getting late to every classes. Obviously, when you're sloppy enough for everything, right? Then you have your friends over there. You have great memories with them, whether going out, having fun with them, chilling in the canteen, the cafeteria area, and a lot has changed. I'm feeling great about it. I feel like it is going on a path that it should go. Honored that I'm graduated from this university. The other memories are like, there are stuffs which cannot be disclosed, I would say. Just a fun part. Not everything is.
You can reveal some of it.
Some of it. Like, I won't deny, I bunked classes as well. I hope the faculties are not seeing this. I was there at classes. The proxies weren't there, I was there. So yeah, I maintained the attendance. I studied sometimes, just 2 hours before the examination, just to, get the passing marks, 33%. So yeah, it was a good journey for me. Like, had some ups, downs, getting involved in the cricket team as well, and the sports curriculum, everything. There was some debate competition and all those stuff. I was a part of it. So I'm really happy Like this has groomed me as a person. Like the memories I would also share.
You
The
had a
faculty-
wholesome time at KRMU. I can see that.
Yeah.
It was
Like
a wholesome memory, wholesome time. You got to
Right.
be in the studies also. You know cause some challenges for faculties as well as I can see that. And also you were like also contributing in other curricular activities also. Like you were part of the cricket team.
right.
So it has been a wholesome journey, right?
Right. I enjoyed
Has
the
it
whole
ever
journey.
been overwhelming for you?
I won't say overwhelming because overwhelming is another word I would say. Like it was an easy and difficult task for me both at the same times. Like
It was a joyride.
right. So I would say it was a challenge for the faculties to manage me, handle me, whatever the word you use. But I would say that like I was the favorite. So I'm very
You
happy.
still
for
managed
that.
to cover it up.
No, I'm not covering it up. Still, I'm in touch with all the faculties, and I'm really happy that what respect I give them, it is reciprocated, and I'm very happy for that.
All right. Now we're getting on to the last part of the podcast. And my last question to you is, what do you miss the most about the university?
Everything, like I would say everything, because everything was a part of life, part of university. Whether attending the classes, the examinations, the friends, chilling out in canteen, having involved in the curriculum activities, sports, and of course all of the stuffs. I would say, yeah, I miss everything. Like it was a whole part together. Like you cannot just if it is a puzzle, you cannot just miss a part. It's like a whole thing together. So I miss everything about the university.
If you want to, give a guidance to the upcoming students, what is your take on to, starting a bachelor's degree or a university life? What is your message as one of the alumni and one of the well-placed alumni, to be honest? Like you've gotten a 54 LPA, I think. That is also mentioned. Many collateral that we have, we roll it out, and that too in Ferrari.
Do not worry what is happening tomorrow, whether it is your exam tomorrow, but today your friend called up to celebrate the birthday party. I would suggest go for the party, because tomorrow is tomorrow, today is today. Just live in the present, and future is something that is gonna be like stressing you out every time. So it's better just go to the party, enjoy your time, and see, marks is something, it will just be justified only on the mark sheet. But develop yourself as a good person and do whatever you love, enjoy, and do whatever your heart says. And that's it, I would say.
And follow your passion. So it was a wholesome conversation with Rishav Bakshi, and I really thank you for adding a lot of light in this room. और बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि students like you come out from the university and speak about all the memories and things that you've done and curated in the past. So it has been a great journey. So it was one of the best episodes and I enjoyed personally. And thank you again, Rishabh, for taking out your time and coming back to the university and reliving your memories again at Mangalam University. And we see you in the next episode. क्या आपको मौत से डर लगता है?